What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jay, aka Marvin, with another Thursday Night Live. Hope everybody's doing well. Corona brings away to be. I don't know what's going on. Things acting up right now. I don't even know what's going on, but hey, I'm glad to be here. You know, that's technology for you. It wants to act up, can't control it, just gotta roll with it. But yeah, man, glad to be on back tonight. Got a lot of people, the whole Stranger Things breakdown and collaboration. Talking about over family. I think with everything I'm going through now with this whole live stream, as you can see, is there's technical difficulties. Can't control these things. The live stream, gonna get right into it. Here's a quick rundown of the top 5 moments. I got it written down, you know, as professional as I can. Are we even live right now? I apologize for the Wi-Fi acting up. Can't control it. Don't know what's going on. But yeah, like I said, here's a quick rundown of the 5 top moments. Number 1 was Rhea Ripley and Io Sky winning the women's tag team titles. These two absolutely crushed against Warriors. They had a crowd for one of those matches on the ABC. Going on. Don't know what's going on. Hi guys. I'm trying to fix it. Everything's acting up right now. But dealing with it. Sorry. But yeah, like I said, Wi-Fi's acted up. But like I said, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky winning the women's tag team championships. Like I said, they absolutely crushed it against the Kabuki Warriors. Definitely an epic match. Kind of like, you know, it was like you already knew what was gonna happen, even though you wasn't sure how it was gonna go down. But as a fan, you know, seeing Rhea Ripley and Io Sky heading into war against the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag team championships. Once again, congratulations to Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for winning the championship, tag team championships again. Because honestly speaking, at the end of the day, it was a great match and it was a great opening of Monday Night Raw. I love the whole Stranger Things collaboration they had going on. Talking about Stranger Things, man, we all thought we was gonna get an episode 9. I honestly thought we was gonna get episode 9 too. I was checking Netflix last night. Heard Netflix had crashed again because everybody thought we was gonna get an episode 9, but unfortunately we didn't. We have to accept the reality that 11 may be, you know, a goner if you haven't seen it, or you know, she did get away and she's in her own, you know, place, living a happy life without the actual team. Because you know, at the end of the day, I don't know. Like it makes sense the ending they gave us, but then at the same time, it's like, because it's like it kind of keeps in the suspense. How you gonna keep us in suspense knowing that it's over already? But it is what it is. You know, that's TV for you. But yeah, like I said, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defeating the Kabuki Warriors for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Congratulations to them again. Then of course number two was CM Punk and Braun Breaker, the main event. This was the main event of the night. Punk defended his world heavyweight championship and successfully held onto it. The twist was that he had a bit of Stranger Things flair thrown into the mix. Yep, Demogorgon and all jazz that thing thrilling. It was a good match. I have to say it was a good match against Braun Breaker. Even though he did have some boshes in the match. Breaker, I have to say he did have some boshes, and I guess the pressure was on. Him being a young athlete and being his first world heavyweight championship match, and most likely knowing that he wasn't gonna win the belt, probably got a little bit frustrated for him. But at the same time, Braun Breaker, he is the future of WWE. This kid has it all. He has it all. You know, he's athletic. He has the speed. He's strong. He's big. He's mean. The kid is a problem. So shout out to Braun Breaker. I don't mean no disrespect by saying kid. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a fan, and I would love to meet him one day. I met his uncle before, Rick Steiner. I mean, excuse me, Scott Steiner. Rick is his father. What am I talking about? I met his uncle before, Scott Steiner. He was pretty cool. Um, Mentioned to him when I met him how much of a fan I was of his nephews, and I love what they're doing with him in WWE, and how he's been just, doing his thing. And honestly speaking, he was, and he still is, and that's the reason why WWE has their eyes on him, and the reason why they push him the way they are, because at the end of the day, they see the talent, and I believe in Braun Breaker. I believe that he is the future of WWE, and he is going to be carrying the company, and it's pretty cool because at the end of the day, he is a Steiner, as we all know. Rick Steiner is his father, and Scott Steiner is his uncle. So it's pretty dope, man. And I think Scott Steiner's son is actually training right now also to be a wrestler. Not sure how that's going because I haven't been keeping up with that. I've been keeping up with everything that's been going on right now and the now. But yeah, talking about that, Matt Cardona, welcome back to WWE. As Matt Cardona, not as Zack Ryder, I have to say that was pretty dope to see him coming back for a second match to WWE, and I think officially signing with WWE as Matt Cardona. So shout out to Matt Cardona, honestly speaking, because I'm a Cardona fan. I met Cardona before. He signed my figure. If you guys don't believe me, I'll show you. Cardona was chilled, you know. He showed me love. He called me out as soon as he seen me because I had some gear from his I believe website. So he loved the fact that I was a fan and supporting the website and everything. But yeah, he would have the Matt Cardona figure signed by Matt Cardona himself. Sick figure. So glad I got it signed. Definitely hyped. As you can see, always ready. Matt Cardona. Sick box. Overall, sick figure. And like I said, when I spoke to Cardona, I mentioned if he was to ever go back to the WWE, and he literally told me like this: "It's never a no, but if it makes money, why not?" And it's like he said at the moment, he was enjoying everything that else that he was doing. He wasn't trying to commit to one company, being the fact that he was with WWE for so long, and he was just trying to, I guess, do his own thing. And as you can see, he did became the underground king of the indie, And like I said, I'm just glad to see Matt Cardona back in WWE, and I really hope they push him, not just to be an Intercontinental Champion or just to be a United States Champion. I really hope they push him and hopefully put the championship belt on him because as we see, he did well in the Indies. He held it down, hardcore matches, Death Match King, like all these names that he has earned over the years, and seeing him come back into WWE. At the end of the day, like I said, I am glad to see him back in WWE, but I am glad to see him as Matt Cardona, his real name. See him recently as Zack Ryder was pretty dope against LA Knight, even though he lost the match. But like I said, I'm glad to see him recently on SmackDown, I believe it was, in a match, won the match as Cardona. So yeah. Rick James, what up, brother? Mofos, woo woo woo, you know it. They better push Mac. Exactly. Thank you. That's exactly what I said, Dave. They better push Matt Cardona because honestly speaking, I hate and excuse me, not hate because hate is a powerful word. I dislike when WWE brings back talent that we know are talented because they went into the indies and they went into their own, and basically built themselves back up. And when we see them over the years doing great without WWE, and it's like once they get back into WWE, all that thunder is just taken from them. So I really hope they push Cardona because he deserves it. He deserves it. I see Cardona as a serious contender for the World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE Undisputed Champion. I definitely see him as one of the top guys that could definitely do it, being the fact that he was an original WWE, wrestler and left and came back. They definitely need to push Cardona. You know, as much as I would like to see my guy, LA Knight, win United States, excuse me, undisputed championship or world heavyweight championship. I will also like to see Matt Cardona as champion because at the end of the day, they both deserve it. But talking about LA Knight, there was rumors about him returning on Monday Night Raw. I knew that wasn't true. Just like there was rumors about Chris Jericho returning on Monday Night Raw. Kind of was like a little bit 50-50 with that, being the fact that Chris Jericho is such a big name and being the fact that he's a free agent now with no longer being with AEW. I was like, it would be dope if he was to come back. But then being the fact they had the whole Stranger Things collaboration going on, it was a lot going on of the night. And the fact that they already had promoted that CM Punk and Braun Breaker match to the point that it was like a pay-per-view. So it was like there was a lot of tension on the Stranger Things collaboration, on the CM Punk match, on the Becky Lynch match, on the Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team championship match. So it was like a lot of things going on. So it was like not the right time, you could say. And being the fact that they didn't bring Jericho in, kind of makes sense. I see Jericho coming in the Royal Rumble. And honestly speaking, that pop when that song hits is gonna be crazy. Matt worked his ass off in the indies, making his own thunder, his own social media, his own noise, something that good faction of the WWE roster can't do. Exactly. I have to agree with you, Dave. I have to agree with you. Yeah, I hear you. I'm so tired of Becky, honestly, too. But it makes sense to give her the championship belt one more time because nothing against Maxine, but she's not ready yet. She is learning and she's getting better, but she's not ready to have an Intercontinental Championship. That much responsibility on somebody like Maxine, and nothing against her, but the fact that she's still not where she should be is a lot of pressure. And as we can see in the last match that she had with Becky Lynch, there was a lot of botches. It was a lot of botches. I was like, girls, like, all you gotta do is go in there and dance, and you guys are just screwing up the dance. So, you know, she is getting better, and I believe that she does need a little bit more training. But to put the championship on her that soon is like putting a championship on Speed, you know? And Speed is doing good underground training with wrestling and everything. He's been doing great, even though he's been doing his own things on the side also. But it's like I say, it's like bringing Speed into WWE right away and putting the Speed Championship on him in his first night. Unless if something like that was to happen, I'm hoping, but it's kind of hard to say that because look what happened with Maxine. They put the Intercontinental Championship on her, which it was great. But after you seen a couple of matches with her, it was like, was it a good move? So I feel like after they made the decision and made the mistake, realized that she wasn't ready and decided to take the championship away from her, maybe to get her even better and make a bigger storyline. But at the same time, she definitely needs more training, and she needs to like loosen the loosen the f up because I just can't take it anymore with these botches. Like we know it's a show, but don't make it so obvious. Water. But yeah, moving on. Like I was saying, top moments is a quick run on top moments for the week. Um, like I said before, Dave's Dimension show up. Everybody showed love to Dave's Dimension. Good friend for years now. YouTube channel, go check him out. Big Ghostbusters fan. If you already know, we all love Ghostbusters. And if you don't love Ghostbusters, then something's definitely wrong with you. I don't care how you feel about that. I'm just saying. Anyway, like I said, number one was Rhea Ripley versus Rhea Ripley, Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. Congratulations on them becoming the tag team women's champion again. I mean, tag team women's champion for the first time. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, crazy main event. I love the fact that CM Punk still retained the championship. I honestly thought he was gonna drop it to Breaker. I don't know why, but it was like so hyped, overly hyped that it was like, what's gonna happen? Becky Lynch reclaiming the women's Intercontinental Championship, had a rematch against Maxine Dupree, and took back her title. That definitely got the fans hyped up. And honestly speaking, the fans were hyped because as much as we're tired of Becky, it just wasn't working with Maxine. So that was the smartest decision that Triple H made this week, was putting that Intercontinental Championship back on Becky. Nothing against Maxine Dupree, but come on, a little bit more practice than you did, girl. The Usos becoming the 9-time tag team champions over in the tag team division. The Usos snag another title win, making them 9-time champs. Definitely historic stuff. It definitely was, because to see the Usos as a 9-time tag team champions, being they already was 8-time, that's pretty historic, because at the end of the day, if you're already 9-time champions, you got to make it a 10. And for some reason, I feel like the Usos are going to hang on to these tag team championships for a while. Don't really know who they're going to drop it to. At first, I was feeling like if they was to bring Jake Paul in, they probably put him and Logan against the Usos, and most likely have the Paul brothers beat the Usos in WrestleMania. But I don't think that's gonna happen, because Jake got his jaw broken pretty bad. Also, shout out to my guy AJ, on that accident that he recently had. I really hope he's okay. Recently heard that he's gonna retire too because of the accident. Don't know how true that is, and if it is true, and I'm sorry to hear that, Anthony. To see AJ beat Jake Paul the way he did, and have the most craziest week ever since that, and then see him get into an accident and losing 2 friends and having to retire from boxing. It's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy for real. Anthony Joshua, see him be victorious over Jake Paul, and then enjoying that moment and going to travel with friends and close family, and that happening, unfortunately, is crazy. To see that, it's like, wow, what are the odds of that? Also wanted to talk about some things that I came across. 3 figures that were top, I think it was WWE Elite and Ultimate Edition figures that came out in 2025, and these 3 figures was actually the most popular ones, and it's kind of mind-blowing to me because I have a lot of WWE figures behind me. I also have some personal ones that I have here that I'm going to be showing you guys soon that I already had basically added to my collection, but it's like the ones that I added in 2025, so I want to show you guys. I think it's about a couple of figures, about 10 figures, let's say. Also got some LJN figures here on my right that I also recently added. So you can see John Cena, Logan Paul, Dusty Rhodes, and Hulk Hogan, all black card LJN figures. I got lucky with those. I pre-order the Dusty and Hulk Hogan figure from Target, and got lucky with 2 black cards. Then my 2 boys, my younger son got the John Cena one for me from Target. Got lucky again with another black card. And then recently, my oldest son which was giving me a hard time about this figure. Was like, I'm not paying $70 something for the figure, which I wasn't not expecting him to pay $70 something for the figure. Ordered it for me, pre-ordered it or ordered it. I don't know how he did it through Target also, and came in another black card figure. So I was like, yo, I was so stressed out about getting this collection because I love me some LJN figures because it brings a lot of childhood memories. And so stressed about these figures because I missed the chance to pre-order them. And then when I did get the chance to order them because I got the notification saying it was available again, the Dusty Rhodes and Hulk Hogan figure, what are the odds that I get two black cards, basically two Chase LJN figures, and then my kids gave me the other two figures that I needed to complete this collection, and they also Chase figures. Thank you, wrestling gods. Thank you, no, excuse me. Thank you, figure gods, for real, because the figure gods are always on my side. So far, 2026, it started off with a band. I went on a recent toy hunt, and well, not really saying, I don't really consider them toy hunts anymore because every time I do go on a toy hunt, I never come across anything. Now, when I'm going to groceries or get stuff for the house, and I just sort of go in the toy aisle, bam, it never fails. But when I'm determined to go on a toy hunt, and I see, well, excuse me, when I'm determined to go on a toy hunt and I'm actually like determined to just toy hunt, I never come across anything. I'll be like, now when my daughter lived in here and this house, and I will go on a toy hunt with my daughter. My daughter was always my luck. She would go on a toy hunt with me, and I will always find a toy. And when she does come over, we do on a toy hunt. I always find a toy. My stores are still, nothing has been, that's crazy. Hey, Nerd Affiliated, what's up, brother? Everything good? Hope you had an awesome stream. Excuse me, scratch that. I hope you had a marvelous stream. I seen the whole X-Men theme you had going on. I gave you a little shout out on my, Instagram because I gotta show love. But yeah, man, I hope you had a marvelous stream. I definitely will be checking that out when I finish here. I was trying to go live like around 8:30, but got delayed because my daughter called me and I wanted to say goodnight to her, even though she was acting like a brat with her mother. But I still got my goodnight, Um, Glad you're streaming again. Yeah, man, I had to take a little mental break. I took a little month off. After my brother, and it's like I said, I don't like to really get into it like that, but I'm very transparent here with everybody on my YouTube. After my brother hit a year of, um, getting taken from the family, and the way he went, the way everything happened. After he hit that year, like it kind of really hit me, So I had to like take a little break because there was so much going on in life, and just trying to keep everything together and stay mentally strong. Nobody knows how important it is to stay mentally strong, and like I said, just needed that break. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that all you guys are still doing your things. I'm glad everybody's still streaming and doing their own thing and going hard because at the end of the day, it's what we love to do. And you know, I just love the possibility of the community, the positivity of the community, and all the great feedbacks that I get from time to time and over the years, all the people that I met. So it's pretty cool because we have some interesting individuals here. We got people that are chill, down to earth, and can be good friends and good people. And then we got people that uses the community for shady ass shit. Excuse my language because I'm just blunt like that. And I'll be like, bruh, like what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, you know, people here with pedophile things and shit like that. I'll be like, yo, that is crazy. And we know who we talking about. I'm not even trying to name names, but we know who we talking about. And it's just like, But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm overall thankful for everybody that I have met over the years with YouTube and Instagram and the community itself with the toys and the movie community and you know anything that has to do with a little bit of everything that we love. But yeah, man, like I said, mental break off after a month. Finally, 42 years old. About to be 43 this year. It's crazy. Don't feel it though, like I said, I like to stay, in shape. Right now I'm 215 pounds. From last time you guys see me, 215. I have been 215 since I was like 21 years old. And to be 42 at 215 is not bad. Like I said, I just been doing my thing, been working out. Um it feels good to fit back into an extra large shirt instead of a 3X, because let me tell you, I was getting there, and I was having a lot of chest complications too, where I will be anxious and I will feel like I was having a heart attack or something because I was just too heavy. But let me show you guys what I got going on with these figures behind me. We got some Ultimate Editions. We got a couple of things. Starting off with this marvelous Elite, the Monday Night Raw WWE versus WCW. Of course, was supposed to meet this gentleman in Comic Con. Unfortunately, he canceled at the last minute. Not mad at him. I get it. Thing. What? What? Hold on, look at that. Finger red number one. What's up, guys? These two. Yes, these stones in the house. But yeah, I was supposed to be, like I said, I was supposed to meet this gentleman. He canceled at the last minute. I was a little bit disappointed, but I'm not gonna hold it against him. But it would have been marvelous just to meet this gentleman, Ric Flair, which I met. Woo! And of course the Stinger. Woo! It would have been dope to meet Eric Bischoff also. Eric Bischoff was supposed to be in Comic Con. At the last minute, he canceled. I was upset a little bit, but at the same time, I didn't hold it against him. Is it emo one? Is it emo of a big foam finger? I can't. But yes, Eric Bischoff, elite figure. Yeah, man, I'm glad you guys are good. Happy New Year. Glad you guys are still going strong. Love the positivity as always. Love you guys. Yeah, I had to take a little mental break, like I mentioned earlier. Took a month off, a lot going on. And it's like I share, I'm very transparent here in my channel. You guys know that I lost my brother, and losing my brother and still going live, acting like everything was okay mentally and dealing with the emotions and over the months, and then finally hitting the year. And once it hit that year, it was like, it was like real. It was like, like it's a year. And anybody that ever lost somebody that they love can relate. It sucks when you lose somebody that meant the world to you and then they just become a memory, you know? Like for having that person physically in front of you and being able to hug them and give them a five and share a laughter with them or a hug. And then it's like that person just becomes a memory. It's like, I'm not trying to get emotional here, but it's like very overwhelming, you know? Especially my brother. Like, my brother was everything to me, you know? But I'm not trying to get emotional, so I'm sorry. It's like, it just sucks. But yeah, like I said, didn't want to get emotional, so I apologize. We're here to talk about wrestling, but I'm human, It just sucks. It just sucks to miss somebody and just know that you're never gonna see them again because the way life is and how life continues to move on, And anything that we could do is roll with the punches and handle life and just wish for the best. And at the end of the day, hope that they are in peace and they are happy and they finally are in peace and resting in peace and not just a lost soul hanging on to anger and wishing they could have done better. And sorry about that, guys. Appreciate everybody here. Yeah, trust me, I learned that every day. Thanks, babe. Love you too. Just like I said, there's a lot of emotions that I've been holding on to for the past year and now, and it's like, all we could do is just stay mentally strong and just wish for the best. And it's like I say, I really hope my brother's at peace, and I know he sees me every day pushing forward and going through what I go through, and just staying positive and always having faith and having God on my side, because at the end of the day, it's very important to always talk to God. And I'm not trying to get religious here, because we're talking wrestling, but it's just things that happen in life, and sometimes a lot of us drown in our personal feelings and emotions, and we think there's nobody to talk to and anybody we could vent to, and we just break our own heads and try to figure things out. And I guess that's what I've been kind of doing for a while now. And it's like, it's okay to say mentally strong, but it's also okay to say, yeah, I'm not okay, you know? And it's like I said, losing my brother, it definitely took a big part of me, Like, it definitely changed me. And I'm just glad that, every day I keep my faith and always look forward to the next day and, stay positive. But yeah, let's snap out of this because I can't stop crying. But yeah, shout out to my brother. May he rest in peace. My twin. Looked up to this man a lot, even though was didn't make the wisest decisions in his life, but he was very smart. And I just, like I said, I just hope he's resting in peace, and I hope he's proud of me, and I hope he's watching down on me and my family, and feeling proud that I always looked up to him regardless. My brother right here, my twin, 10 years older than me. That's crazy. I'm 42. He would have been 52 right now. But yeah, Eric Bischoff, baby. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Eric Bischoff. Didn't get to meet him. Would have been dope to meet him. Got the figure. I unboxed this figure before, and I put it so neatly back in the package. Sorry, I had to flip the script because I was getting too emotional. I put it so back in the package so neatly because I was excited I was gonna meet Eric Bischoff, so then just find out that he canceled. And I was like, motherfucker. I was like, bro, why? Why will you do that to me? Got me all hyped. So you shut me down. Wasn't even expecting my girl to pop up here. I thought she was sleeping already. That was nice of her. Like I said, like I don't really talk to my girl about my personal problem, like the way I feel sometimes inside. So like to see that she popped up in here was like, wow, was not expecting that. Do I have Karrion Kross? Yes, I do. It's funny because I was actually looking at my Karrion Kross figure today. Excuse me. Don't want to knock the figures down. Oh man, there's not even my Karrion Kross figure. I actually do have a Karrion Kross figure. I have a Major League Karrion Kross figure. I believe I have a unboxed Karrion Kross figure also. Hey, you got me looking for this, Robert. I don't like to look like a liar, Robert. You got me looking for this figure. I don't mind. I like a challenge. I got so many figures. I'm like, oh, brother. If I don't find my Karrion figure in front of me, then he must definitely be in my steel cage, my blue steel cage ring. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. Sorry, I know I'm just standing here looking like a. Yeah, man, I really wanted to show you guys my Karrion Kross figure. I got excited when Robert asked me that. Do you have Karrion Kross? Yes, I do. I do have carrying cross, Robert, and I want to show you that figure because I was actually thinking about that figure today, and it's funny how you asked me for that figure. You know what? It's funny how you asked me if I have a carrying cross. Well, basically, this figure right here, as you guys can see, I do have. It is a Major League Wrestling figure, and it's Killer Cross. And this one right here is actually Jacob Fatu. And I also, excuse me, whoa. And I also have Alexander Hammerstone. Yes, I do definitely have Cross and Scarlet. Ooh, you're not gonna give up, right? Ooh, you gonna make me live for this. You gonna make me live for this, because I gotta prove it to you now. You gonna make me live for this. Okay, so they're not here. Let me see. Not here neither. Oh man, I love it. I definitely have a Cross and a Scarlet figure. Which I was actually disappointed too because I was supposed to meet them in Comic Con, and they was only there on a Sunday. No, excuse me, on a Friday. Here we have Scarlet, because I am a man of my word. Yeah, that's one so far. I like me a challenge. You're gonna put this back. We already found Scarlet. I know Cross is around here somewhere. He's around here somewhere. Cross there. Cross here. Damn, man. Where's my carrying cross? That's funny. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to be rude and give anybody my back. But I was asked if I have a figure, and I hate to say yes to something and not back it up. So I'm still looking. But yes, as you can see, I definitely have a Scarlet, and I definitely own a carrying cross figure. I just don't know where he's at right now. I definitely unboxed one before, and I don't know if I have him on my, like I said, steel cage match in my steel cage, the blue one that I have on the top right here. But like I said, I definitely own a carrying cross figure. I am a big carrying cross fan. I was very disappointed when I was able to meet him on um, Comic Con this year. He was there on a Friday, and I was unfortunately working that day. I went on a Sunday this year because Sting was there for the very last time in his full ring of gear. So I wanted to meet the Stinger and show him some love. So I did get to meet Sting, which I actually got his autograph right here. Right there, as you can see, Sting Supreme AEW figure autograph. So that was very exciting. And, you know, it was pretty cool to meet the Stinger. Also, want to show you guys this real quick. It has nothing to do with wrestling, but I think it's pretty dope. My girl gave me this for Christmas. I love to throw axe. If you guys don't know about me, I'm very athletic. If you guys don't know about me, So anything that has to do with, testing myself, I love to do. And my girl got me this for Christmas. So I cannot wait to go axe throwing. Do this bad boy. I can't wait. I actually want to get me another one. This one is a lion. I seen two different styles, but I would like to get me another one. Just let me tell you something. This boy right here, I'm a Viking on the low. I love stuff like that. I got this for Christmas from my girl. I was like, oh man. And the fact that you can strap it to your belt, it's like that's dangerous. You don't want me to put this on. Talk about what? Like the fact that it comes like this. I think I'll put this sucker on backwards. I didn't even smoke it. I'm already doing the thing backwards. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys pretty soon these figures that I got behind me. There we go. What's going on? Like this, as you can see, pretty dope. But yeah, you guys asked if I got Carrying Cross and Scarlet. We definitely got Scarlet. I definitely got Carrying Cross. Just on the way he's at right now. Like I said, I got a big collection. I try to keep in contact with everything that I do have, but sometimes it gets to the point where it's like I do lose track of things. But let me show you guys so far some of my WWE figures, some of my top WWE figures for 2025 that I've added to my collection. I have here Ultimate Edition John Cena from 2024 added to my 2025 year. Sick. 6 feet. West Newbury, Massachusetts, added to adjustment, 16-time WWE champion. John Cena, Ultimate Edition. One of my favorite figures for 2025 this year. Moving on. Recently added Ultimate Edition, Kurt Angle. Sick figure. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button and share it on your local platforms. Let everybody know your boy Jay, aka Marv, is live here on YouTube, showing off his top 2025 figures added to Marvelous collection. Hope you guys enjoy so far. Appreciate everybody here live. Also, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ultimate Edition. Give me a hell yeah! 6 feet 2 inches, Victoria, Texas, Stone Cold Stunner, WWE Champion, Hall of Fame inductee. Moving on, we also have Ultimate Edition, Jake Paul. Excuse me, wow. Oof, the way I say that. Logan Paul. Ultimate Edition, second Ultimate Edition. I missed out on the first Logan Paul Ultimate Edition. Very unique box, but I know I'll get it one day. At one point, it was too expensive, so I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait for his hype to die out, and then I'll add it to the collection. But yes, there's a second wave to Logan Paul Ultimate Edition. The first wave I missed out, but yeah, sick figure. Moving on, we also have another Ultimate Edition, 2025 edition. CM Punk also found in the wild. Logan Paul and CM Punk was found in the wild in a local Walmart. So that was pretty dope because I got these I think at the same time that they dropped on Ringside Collectibles. And my local Walmart came in and they had CM Punk and Logan Paul, and I was like, oh yeah, my girl I believe got me CM Punk, and I got Logan Paul, so can't complain. Also, this 2024 edition Elite John Cena Farewell Tour added to my 2025 edition. As you can see here. Kimberly Johnson to retire. Honestly speaking, brother, the match was not bad. It could have been better. I love the fact that Cena kept, his spirit alive and kept fighting through everything. But the way they did him in the end, and I get it, not every wrestler is gonna win their retirement match. And so far, every wrestler that has retired from WWE has lost their match. Excuse me, because my neck is killing me. But the way he lost, the tap out, the guy that always told us, don't get me wrong, when John Cena came to WWE, I was already a decent sized kid. I wasn't a little kid. I think I was like 13. But it's like the guy that told us never to give up, to rise above the hate, um, hustle, loyalty, and respect, you know, and to have that man, I love it, man. Welcome to the channel. I love it. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Marvelous Wrestling Collection. To the Marvelous Wrestling community. I love to hear from anybody from all over the world that just loves to, collect, or is a wrestling fan, or just loves wrestling in general. I just love to communicate with everybody. So welcome to the Marvelous community, Robert. And I'm down to go to Toronto. I hear so many great things about Toronto. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, the tap was like, it was like, it kind of made sense because it was like, damn, the end of an era, Cena tapped. But it was like, you didn't have to make him tap. You feel me? You could have pinned him. At the end of the day, we all know he wanted to retire. And then the smile, nah, bro. It didn't do it for me. It really didn't do it for me. As a fan, I was kind of disappointed. It was heartbreaking to see the guy that told us never to give up, give up. I was like, oh, man. I honestly, like, I'm still, like, a little bit upset about it. Oh, yeah, talking about 2025 figures, can't forget about the Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect himself. The last time is now. Also, another elite figure. Also, the see-through, you can't see me John Cena figure on box, baby, right here. Just like I say, to have that man, Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, Never Give Up, tap out, it was like, wow. So yeah, it was kind of disappointing. I would have liked it better if he would have just got pinned and, got some respect at the end of the match, like Gunther at least shaking his hand. Like, nah, Gunther just walked out. That's why they always beat the hell out of him in the streets. He had to get escorted out. But it's like I say, to have him tap out wasn't right. It wasn't right. And you can put it as however you want when they interviewed him in the Cody Rhodes podcast. Oh yeah, it was nah, bro. We don't want to hear that shit. Excuse my language. We don't want to hear that. We wanted to see Super Cena, be Super Cena. But to see him tap out, it was like, wow. To me, that was heartbreaking. Just to see Super Cena, because he was doing his thing. He was, taking us a gun to the fight. And to see him tap out was like, yeah. I like the fact that Gunther does like to get a reaction out of the fans. And it's like I said, any reaction is a good reaction, whether it's negative or popular. And Gunther does know how to get a reaction. Being the fact that he's gonna fight AJ Styles this coming up week on Monday Night Raw, don't know how that's gonna go down. We already seen what AJ did was slap him, and the fact that Gunther didn't put his hands on AJ just only says that this coming Monday he's gonna freaking he's gonna bulldoze AJ. He's gonna put the beat on AJ. He's gonna beat the mouth out of him because the fact that he didn't swing at him back or put his hands on him, I was like, I don't know. That's not a good thing. Because he held back, and that means when he gets AJ in the ring, he's not going to hold back. Moving on, before we get off this live stream, also added to the collection, baby. Shout out to Mattel Creations for this one. We got the Ultimate Edition, John Cena. Show you guys this bad boy. This is one of my favorites. 2025 editions. The GOAT himself, baby. Check it out. Yeah, baby. My favorite 2025 edition right here. Number one. I'm missing the Crown Jewel 2023, the Royal Rumble 2008, the WrestleMania 22, 2006, and so far I got the WrestleMania 2004, sorry. But this one right here was one of my favorites from 2025. If they have me, John Cena, there's the figure he's signing. No hesitation. That's why I'm got this bad boy in there. If I can get another figure of these and unbox it, I definitely would. If get two more, sell one and unbox the other. But this right here is definitely the figure that John Cena will be signing the day your boy right here meets him. What else? Also, this was added to my 2025 year. The Road Warriors Unsanctioned Classic Superstars from Ringside Collectibles. Sick edition. And this was also recently added to my collection. Shout out to my girl / wifey for this one. This is a Christmas edition. Was not expecting this one. Here we have another unsanctioned Demolition, Axe, and Smash Classic Superstars from Ringside Collectibles also. Now the only one that I'm missing from the unsanctioned, Joe Hendry, baby. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. But yeah, we got Demolition, Axe, and Smash. We got Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk. Just missing Henry to basically complete my unsanctioned ringside exclusive classic superstars. What else? And last but not least, shout out to my boy Jay Stone for this one. My 3-pack John Cena. If you haven't found this one or come across this one is very hard to come across. But shout out to Jay Stone for this one. Another Christmas gift from one of my subscribers / friends. Jay Stone sent me this one. Was not expecting this one. It's funny because the agreement was, hey, bro, he reached out. If you find the 3-pack John Cena, let me know. I got you. So I was like, okay. Never came across it. And he came across it and sent it to me as a gift. And I was like, that is so dope. So shout out to Jay Stone one more time for this bad boy. Appreciate you, bro. God bless you for real. Appreciate everybody that shows love and um contributes towards the channel and just shows love in general and just supports the channel and just loves collecting also and I appreciate all that because I know you guys don't have to do that. And trust me when I say it's noticeable and it's appreciated. And like I said, it's pretty awesome to have support from people who has the same passion as you do. And there's some of us that like to look out for some others here. And I'm very grateful to have a lot of people here in the community that do that. And I have came across some other people that try to take advantage of me before when I was just starting in my YouTube. And I'm very thankful that I learned from my mistakes and met some good people here also. And like I say, very appreciative towards the people that show love here on my wrestling channel and supports the channel and shows love because at the end of the day, you guys don't have to do that. And trust me when I say it's very appreciated and it's very, very, very acknowledged. But yeah, man, we've been out now going on an hour. I appreciate everybody tuning tonight. Like I said, before I get off this live stream, let me tell you which ones are the 3 top 2025 figures of the year for 2025, which honestly speaking, I couldn't even believe myself. Number 1, Elite Series 115, The Rock, the final boss. I actually have this figure here in front of me. And it makes sense because I have to say, even though this figure is not an Ultimate Edition figure, when I seen this figure myself, I have to say this figure was very well done. It definitely gives that boss presence. And to have The Rock with all this gear on, looking badass, I was like, that's pretty dope. So yeah, this is number 1 for Elite 115, The Rock final boss. Fans went crazy for this one. It's got super detailed sculpting, that intense facial scan, and all the premium entrance gear. Basically, The Rock looking like the total main inventor, which is true. This figure right here is sick. Definitely glad I came across this figure at my local Walmart. If you guys have not had the chance to pick this bad boy up, just look at this. Sick figure. It's not an Ultimate Edition. It is an Elite 115. If you guys don't have this bad boy in your collection, make sure you do. Because this one is a classic right here. Like I said, when I first got this figure, I was like, yo, the details in this figure's face is fire. Number 2, which I also have this figure. I don't want to drop him, but he's over here. Number 2. What was that? Show you guys. Number 2 is Legend Series 26 Galitos. This one is a nod to the Ruthless Aggression era. It's got a sharp likeness, smooth articulation, and yes, it comes with an Apple accessory so Galito can keep spitting in the face of people who do not want to be cool. Here we have Galito with the Apple. Fire. Honestly speaking, I was waiting for this figure to drop because if you guys don't know, I'm a big Galito fan. 2 reasons. 1, he's also Puerto Rican as myself. And 2, why not? It's Carlito. He's very popular. He held it down in the Attitude Era. He did great. And he's a fan favorite. And honestly speaking, I acknowledge him for everything that he's done in WWE and outside WWE for the island and also for our people and also for our culture and just for the fans in general, man. Great wrestler, great person. You know, que viva Carlito. And last but not least, I do not have this figure in my collection, but I came across it the other day and I actually put it away in my local Walmart because I wanted to go back for it because, like I said, I had to pass it at the moment. I was like, okay, I'm not here for this right now, so I guess I will have to come back for it. And number three, believe it or not, out of 2025 top three figures is Elite Survivor Series 123 Kid, major throwback vibes. Here they nailed it. 1995 hue look, variant attire, and everything. Plus, it's like a trip back to the past. But let me show you real quick which figure is this, and it is this one right here. Come on, focus. It is the Elite Survivor Series figure. One, two, three, kid. You guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Marvelous Wrestling Collectibles. But this is number three for 2025 Survivor Series 123 Kid Elite. But yeah, let's see. Posted that figure the other day. I got 205 views and I got 15 likes. Can't beat that. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody show love. If you guys didn't smash that like button, make sure on your way out you smash the like button. If you did on the way in, I'll definitely be back on next week, hopefully by 8:30. Went on a little bit later on tonight because my daughter called me and I wanted to say goodnight to her. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Appreciate the love as always. I hope you guys just, have a great night. Excuse me, have a marvelous night. And just keep collecting what you love, because at the end of the day, this is what we love to do. But yeah, stay sharp, stay marvelous, stay corona free. Have yourself a good night. God bless and appreciate the love and support. See you guys next week. Stay marvelous.